I got some witch's brew, and those wands are pretty much close to drying. It's only going to take 1 day for those fuckers to dry. Yes. Right on schedule, if I do say so myself. Good fine evening, Facebook. My next batch of wands is going to be dry in 1 day, just like I planned. Most excellent. Most freaking excellent. I made some witch's brew, and I want to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. Yo. Hey, Carla, how's it going? What's up, Christian? What's up, Sean? Yeah. There's like 11 wands to be sold. It's gonna be awesome. Quite the night. That's just a wonderful taste. Check us out, Facebook. Those wands are only going to take maybe 1 day to dry at the most. So today is Wednesday. So imagine having a fresh batch of wands for sale on Thursday. Fresh for the Halloween season, baby. If you're not snacking boldly this Halloween season, I don't know what you're doing with your life, man. I really don't. So good. If you don't like Doritos, there's something wrong with you. Maybe Cool Ranch is your dig. That's cool. Whatever flavor Dorito you rockin', it don't matter. Whatever flavor you rockin' with Doritos, it don't matter. Nacho cheese, that's your thing, do it. Cool Ranch, do it. Make like Nike and just do it. Yeah. We don't need people boycotting Doritos now. I'm sorry. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? Let's show everybody how privileged we are by boycotting Nike because we don't agree with the spokesperson. Ooh. Now, if we're going to snack strong, not always snacking strong, but we're speaking strong. That's some bullshit. And you see Scooby-Doo with his Scooby snacks. I'm kind of like that with Doritos, kind of. You see Scooby-Doo's like, I'm not going in there, man. Would you do it for a Scooby snack? No. How about 2? 3? No. 4? Maybe. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I'll tell you what's not bullshit. These Doritos. That's some good chips, man. I'm not sponsored, but damn. Just sit down, open a bag up, and I'm like, yo, social media. Have you heard the good word of the cheesy crunch today? That savory flavor. Okay. Don't want to make a pig of myself when I'm eating these. All right. Didn't get any on the floor. Excellent. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yo, you ain't snacking strongly this Halloween season. I don't know what you're doing with your life. You ain't snacking boldly this Halloween season. I don't know what you're doing with your life, but I know what I'm doing with mine. Mm-hmm. Son of a bitch. Oh, I got one on the floor, and the wheel ran it over. What roll? Easy enough to pick up. There we go. Mm-hmm. That cheesy crunch never fails. Hold on a second. Taste that will rock you. Nacho cheese Doritos. Stop plugging Doritos for a second. Yep, that's some good crunching right there. Now see, even if I don't get the Doritos all over the floor while eating them, I'm still gonna get it all over my hands. So, the funny thing about it is eating messy chips. Mess is unavoidable. Even if you manage to keep it off the floor, it's still gonna end up on your fingertips. This is classified as Doritos disease. There's only 3 known cures for Doritos disease. If you have Doritos disease is curable by 3 to 4 factors. Here's one. Cure number 2 would be washing your hands. Cure number 3 would be a napkin. And cure number 4, keep eating more Doritos. Those are the only known cures for Doritos disease. Now keep in mind, Doritos disease, it's not contagious, it's delicious. So if you contract Doritos disease, contact your local bag and your favorite flavor of Doritos today. You don't think I can finish this whole bag, do you? Wow. Holy hell, that's a lot of sodium. Boom. Smash that Doritos bag. One sitting. Boom. Wash my Doritos hand right quick and dry it off. Boom. Now, the only thing danker than that Doritos challenge is this next batch of wands, man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That is definitely a sodium attack on your mouse enamel. Oh, so good. But I just smashed a whole entire bag of Doritos on camera for yo sick entertainment. I'm ignoring the chat at the moment. Could we please not talk about that person in chat? I don't want people talking about him or his mom. Let's just avoid that topic altogether. Like, what happened was tragic and unfortunate, and I may not like the person, but what happened was tragic, and it ain't right what people are doing in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that may be the alcohol talking, but come on, people, we're better than that. Wee bit of Fleshman's vodka, a monster. Hoo-wee. And even though, that's the thing of it too, is I'm at least compassionate enough. Even though some fucking horrible shit happens to somebody I don't like, I still feel bad for him. Like, even though some fucked horrible shit happens to somebody I don't like, I still feel bad for him. That's just, you know, the kind of person I am. You know, life is unpredictable, and at times, yeah, just straight fucked. No, ripping on the person for their tragedy would be way too fucking easy, but it just shows you how heartless people can be sometimes. So instead, I try to show sympathy. You know, man. Man. A much younger me wouldn't have given a shit. I would have been like, but I guess that's a part of becoming more mature and realizing that, you know, it could be worse. The chicks that rejected you in high school are struggling with their relationships, and the people you hated are losing everything that they know, and it's like, God damn, dude. It is how it is, you know. Ugh. That's the thing of it too, is I might buy a bottle and save it for a rare occasion when I haven't had a drink in a couple of days. You know. But yeah. People in chat need to be a little less disgusting. I mean, I'm not going to say anything positive or negative. I'm just saying that people need to stay the fuck out of it. That's the problem with people anymore, is they got to butt into other people's business. It's like, dude, it's none ya and business, so why you butting into it? Some dude's just lost his mom to cancer. That's fucking horrible. Regardless of whether I hate the person or not, that's just fucking horrible, dude. And quite frankly, I don't appreciate people talking negative shit in the chat. You know, it's just uncalled for. Like, I'm not trying to respect the person I hate, but at the same time, you know, a little bit of compassion wouldn't kill the world, would it? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, Don picked in, that's something I'm not proud of. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was some fuck shit that I'm not proud of. And I'd rather not address it. Like, regardless if it's someone you hate or not, the fact that their mom died of something, you know, it's all about showing a little bit of compassion, even though society has no compassion whatsoever freaking ever. Even though society has no compassion, try to show a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, if it's somebody you hate, I guarantee you society, as vindictive as it is, would take glorious joy in the fact that someone they hate is suffering through that kind of pain. But at the end of the fucking day, dude, that's just like, dude, come on. Bigger fucking fish to fry, you know? And it's like, dude. Of course, people see me do Facebook Live and like, what's this guy up to? And then, yeah. Ripping on somebody because your mom died of cancer, that's, you know, I don't know, dude. Like, I took a look at myself after I did that. And I'm like, dude, I'm no better than the trolls that rip on me. And that kind of made me feel like shit, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm like, dude, I've dealt with bigger assholes on YouTube. Why should I care if someone's mom died of cancer? That sucks. Sorry for them, but that's life. You know? Fuck, dude. No, if it was my biological mother, I probably wouldn't give a shit. But if it was my stepmom, I'd be like, dude, oh, dude, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. I'm not trying to be buddy-buddy with the person, but at least a little bit of compassion is understanding. You know what I'm saying? And, that's just the thing of it, is put yourself in that person's shoes. How would you feel if, kind of thing. I'm always preaching that when I get bullied or when I get harassed on YouTube and social media, and then I turn around and rip on somebody because I didn't like them in high school. Like, I still don't like them, but that's no excuse to be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's just me being compassionate and more mature for my age, but I don't know, dude. Like, bullying itself is already a big enough problem. And these days, if I don't like somebody, I ignore them and don't pay any attention to them rather than, egg it on, so to speak. And I gotta watch what I say on social media because it can have a negative impact on my life, so to speak. That's the complete fuckery of it. If marijuana would have been legal, if marijuana, aka cannabis, if cannabis would have been legal in North Dakota a lot quicker, and Carl's mom could have beat her cancer, because marijuana has been known to cure cancer. It's just a fact of life. But, that's just me talking. Ugh. And that's just it, man. The society we live in is so vindictive, so goddamn vindictive. So you might take pleasure in knowing the fact that someone you hated is suffering, but after the fact, some of you might feel guilty of taking pleasure in that fact, and some of you might be like, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of borderline between those two. I'm like, part of me is like, dude, ugh. I don't feel good in taking pleasure in that, but at the same time, I'm like, that's human nature, unfortunately. And that's just it. I'm not here to rip on people unless they rip on me, People rip on me, and I'm like, okay, it's go time. Rip this person's head off on social media, metaphorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? They want to call me a bunch of insulting names. I can fire it right back, and call them a bunch of nasty names. What does that solve? Jack shit. When you're stuck in a he said, she said battle on social media, it doesn't solve jack shit. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I've grown some compassion and some understanding in my older years, but regardless of whether you hate the person or not, the situation is still pretty fucking sad. So it's like, dude, I would not want to be in that person's shoes. That could be why I deleted the videos before I posted them, because some people are watching them and going, oh, this guy's a real fucking asshole. Ripping on somebody like that. Who the fuck does he think he is? Yeah. Most people would kill for the success that I've received on social media, and for that I'm grateful. likelihood of it being the real person is just that, just a troll. Yeah, man. Pay no attention to it. I mean, yes, the person I speak of might have been a pester in high school, but he wasn't nearly as bad as the assholes that harass me on social media. That's the thing of it, dude. That's the thing of it, YouTube and Facebook. Like, ugh, dude. You're so quick to hate on somebody because of the struggles they go through, but then if you have no compassion, you know. Ugh. But as I mentioned earlier, the wands that I'm making for Etsy will be available. Let's see, today's Wednesday, so Thursday, maybe Thursday night, early Friday. Yeah. Now, growing up is about acknowledging that you're not going to have people that you get along with. That's life. If you don't get along with somebody, you tolerate them to an extent and you're mature about it. And if you can avoid them at certain costs in your life, then avoid them. But if you're forced to work or be next to them in school, or whatever the case may be, it is what it is, dude. Personally, I think life is just too goddamn short to hate, but man. Because people on Reddit see the asshole side of me and they get all triggered, like, oh, who the hell does this guy think he is? And I'm just like, look who's fucking talking, dude. You fuckers want to harass me for 6 to 7 plus years. Every last breath, every last word that I've spoken, you've logged about. Your lives are so pathetic that you troll on mine because you hate my success. You're jealous of who I've become. So you really want, so whenever Reddit sees my asshole side, they're just like, oh, who does this guy think he is? And they get all puffy and huffy and, well, we'll do this and that to this guy. Like, I ain't scared of these fucking trolls, dude. I really ain't, dude. Like, without me, these people wouldn't have somebody to troll. They'd have to find somebody else. And when you've been trolling somebody for 6 to 7 plus years, you've developed an attachment to them. I don't care who you are. You want to claim to be my biggest haters, but really you're my biggest fans. I'm gonna have wands up on Etsy in the next 2 days. Guaranteed. I will do the T-Rex burger challenge when I can. I'm not promising anything big because other expenses come first. Gotta make sure my wand business is still afloat. Like if I end up spending $33 on supplies for my wands. You know what I'm saying? Man, that witch's brew got some bite to it. That's the thing of it, is there are bigger assholes that harass you and people who have been pesteros in the past, but they haven't harassed you since then. They really don't deserve it, dude. Considering I might get cancer from my shitty diet and my tobacco use, I really shouldn't be ripping on somebody's for losing their mom to the same disease. It's just a mess of irony. But people want to get offended when I got vindictive in my videos last week. Fuck you. Every human's like that to the core. You can try to act like you're the nicest person in the world, but I guarantee you, when it's someone you hate struggling, you can't tell me just a little part of you is like, yeah, I hate that person and they're struggling. That makes me smile. You cannot deny. So that makes you a little bit happy inside because you'd be full of shit. I'm not trying to play hell's advocate here, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, come on. That's understandable to a degree, but there's a line you don't cross with that vindictiveness. I don't care how vindictive you are. Someone's mom died of cancer, show some fucking respect. I don't care if you hate the person or not. I'm being a hypocrite for saying it, especially after last week's bullshit. But I had time to reflect, and I'm not feeling too groovy about what I said and did last week, but I'm at least making up for it in this video. Yeah. And knowing just how mean my trolls are, they would attack somebody that I'm attacking on social media because they're like, it's part of the fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good for the person being attacked. And if they've done little to nothing to deserve it, then it's not fair on them. It just makes me look like a huge asshole. Because Josh and his fans did this again. You know what I'm saying? Nah, dude. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of, Josh and his fans did this and this and this. People associate me with my trolls, and that's not fair. Whenever my trolls attack other people or try to start shit with me on social media with other people, that way they attract some kind of bullshit battle. That way they can turn around and say, oh, God, the King Cobra, Almighty Lord. Look what this person is saying about you. I know how this shit goes. And then I look at this person and go, why are they saying this about me? Oh, fuck them. And then that's all it takes, dude. That's all it fucking takes. What's in my witch's brew, you ask? Monster and Fleischmann's, but yeah. Like I said, I'm not proud of some of the things I've done. Yeah. When I was drunk last week, I might have been laughing about this shit, like, but this week I'm reflecting on what a huge asshole I've been, and it's kind of depressing. I don't want to let the hatred that other people feel towards me make me a bigger asshole than the assholes who follow me. That's That's not a good trait to have, Facebook. It really isn't. You know, if it makes me defensive because people bully me on social media, that's understandable. But it's only understandable to a degree. I mean, why attack somebody if they've done little? Why attack? Why? Why attack somebody if they've done little to nothing to deserve it? That's all I'm getting at. If I'm sitting here bitching because the trolls bullying me on social media, but then I'm doing this other shit like I did last week, it makes me no better than the assholes who bully me. And yeah, man, I don't like feeling like that. I want to complain about bullies in general, but then I turn around and I'm a bully myself. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. And these gorgeous muscles of mine don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is coming from where I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes I try to be real with social media. You know what I'm saying? The fact that, and that's the thing of it, you know what I'm saying? Facebook, I don't care if I dislike the person or not. The fact that their mom died of cancer is just a horrible thing to think of. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, to be honest. And maybe last couple of weeks, I wasn't seeing things into perspective like I should have been seeing them. And I feel like a royal Asperger's for doing it, I mean, yeah, this kid might have been a pester in high school, but outside of that, he hasn't been like the worst of my trolls, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've dealt with bigger assholes on social media, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all that hatred you feel is because of the assholes that bully you on social media. So you'll take it out on somebody who's struggling worse than you are, and that's completely unfair. Yeah. There's been a couple of times that I've gone too far to prove my point. People pick a fight with me and I go too far to prove a point. That person ends up with their feelings super, super, super hurt. And I end up looking like a huge jerk for saying what I said. People say things when they're angry, but that doesn't justify saying the things that people say. hope that people on social media would have the same compassion that I have. Even if you don't like the person and if they're struggling just a little bit worse than you are, have enough compassion to be like, you know what, that sucks. And even if you don't like the person, be like, you know what? I wish them the best of luck. Even if you don't like the person, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Couple more swigs left of this drink. I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't want to be on social media live for too much longer. But yeah, them wands for my next batch are coming in nicely. Looking pretty good. You know, because the last thing you want people to think of is, oh, he's still aggravated over that shit. Oh, that's so petty. Nah, dude. I think high school squabbles are just that. High school squabbles. Stupid, petty, he said, she said bullshit. You know? If you don't like the person, you just avoid them. You ignore them. You don't treat them like shit. You don't go out of your way to bully the person. You just ignore them. If you don't like somebody, just ignore them. Don't go out of your way to bully them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's completely unfair. Oh, God damn it. It's completely unfair for me to sit here and bitch to social media. This fucking arm doesn't want to stay on. Typical. But it's completely unfair for me to bitch about bullying on social media if I am being a bully. You know, it kind of defeats my argument just a little bit, dude. You know, I'm only human, so I make my human mistakes, but I tell you what. Cobes bust out the spellcaster. Well, if it wasn't almost 11 o'clock at night, I would. And if my amplifier was working properly, I would. If it wasn't later in the evening, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. So if it wasn't later in the evening and if my amplifier was working, you already know. Busting out the spellcaster, shredding that guitar like it's no one's business. But now, can we expect any new cooking videos once the wands are sold? Yes, you can. I'll be making a s'mores burger. Oh, I said it. S'mores. Campfire goodness onto a burger. Trust and belief. It's going to be good. Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome. You know, I get an awesome magic wand, but I assure you that this burger I will craft for YouTube when I can. It will be magnificent. You don't even know how awesome. Because here's the thing of it, I will plan my burgers before I cook them for YouTube. I don't just throw some burger recipe together. I'll get it going in my head and start calculating and thinking, okay, well, this and that, blah, 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 whatever. I get this shit pre-planned. Every burger recipe that I make for YouTube at least involves one thing, which is Texas toast for the bun. Outside of that, everything else is just optional. It's just how I roll. You know what I'm saying? But if I got a burger recipe planned out, I'm going to make it happen. And when I make it happen for tubes, people are going to be watching it going, oh, damn, that looks good. Or, oh, damn, that looks nasty. And you can't control everyone's opinion. They're going to be haters no matter what you do. And that's exactly why I try to show a bit more compassion. For that reason alone, they're going to be haters no matter what you do, no matter what happens in your sad, miserable fucktard of a life. You think that your life sucks. Try living in someone else's shoes. Oh, geez, that's the alcohol talking. No, but it gives you something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe life sucks a little bit, but it could be worse, you know? I'm not going to sit here and say that my struggles are as bad as your struggles because I honestly don't know. It's not that I don't care. It's just I don't know, you know? And these wands that I have crafted, the Cobra Craft wands, are in the process of drying in their final state. And by Friday, they should be on Etsy. Giving you all a time frame that way in case you want to buy a wand. Yeah. Perfect time of the year to buy a wand. It 'tis the season as it is Halloween. That'll wet your whistles. You know, I can only control what I say and what I do on social media. I can't control what other people do and say on social media. So if I'm saying some horrible fuck shit about someone I disliked a long time ago and still kind of dislike, you know, I say kind of because, dude, when you're an adult and you're more mature, you don't care about stupid shit like that. You've got bigger problems to deal with, dude. You know what I'm saying? And, but I say these things because people on social media, some of them will act accordingly to how I act. And if they see someone being attacked for who or what they are, you know, and they see me doing it, people are going to look at me and go, well, this guy is constantly bitching about bullying on social media, but him and his so-called fans harass people. He's a huge hypocrite. That's exactly how people are going to see it. It doesn't matter if I say, well, I'm only selectively bullying, blah, 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 blah. No, dude, that shit don't matter worth shit. I don't care who you are or what you say. That's just how it is. So you either stop bullying yourself or you bully everybody. That's just how it is. And personally, I don't like getting bullied on social media, so that's why I choose not to bully others on the same platform. I might have, when I was younger and more immature and stupid, I might have said said and did some mean shit on social media. I will not deny that. But then you grow up and you realize, you know, I'm not pouring a whole goddamn couple of drinks of this witch's brew. I'm having one little cup, and that's good for my evening, I tell you what. I don't need to consume the whole, what little bottle I bought in one sitting. People want to sit there and say, oh, well, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, no, because the bottle I purchased is in the fridge and I'm saving it for the evening of tomorrow, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could enjoy my drink and my smoke without being an ass about it. That being said, this is the last pull of tobacco for the evening. Got the window cracked open so the pipe tobacco doesn't fog out my apartment. It'll also help my wands dry a wee bit faster. So for any bullying / social media bullshit that I might have been doing last week, I want to apologize for that, because that's not what I'm about. You know, I can admit when I've gone too far, and when I didn't get shit for dealing or saying the things that I said, and then canceling the streams, it made me think, like, you know, maybe you were a little too harsh. Again, to you by Friday night, those wands will be sold up on Etsy. Giving y'all a time frame for those of you who want to buy an awesome wand, handmade by yours truly. And that's all I would ask of any human, really, anymore, is to show some goddamn compassion. Be a bit more understanding. You see someone struggling, you help them out. Whether you know the person or not, you find some way. It's not that hard to be like that with everybody, but, you know, some people aren't as compassionate and forgiving. wrapping this video up because you already know what's up. I can feel like a piece of shit for some of the things that I've said and done. You know, I'm not proud of everything that I've done. And it's not fair to people on social media or people outside of it to have to deal with the same grief I deal with when they've done nothing to deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if humans are vindictive or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. It's beside the point. That doesn't justify my actions. Just because I'm being vindictive and hateful, dude, fuck that. That doesn't justify my actions. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're saying all this in the first place, wouldn't it make more sense not to act like that in the first place? And there you go. Which brings me to my next point. If you're going to apologize for it later, if you're going to say, well, I'm sorry for it later, then why do it in the first place? That's the kicker of it. Facebook. Oh, man. Let's switch back. Hold on a second. Yeah, one of those. These, I'll let these ones dry for another day before I list them for sale. That'll give them plenty of time to do their thing, producing that Cobra Craft 1's quality that people have come to associate with, you know. You'll lose a lot of supporters if you hypocritically don't practice what you preach. If you're bullying somebody else on social media while complaining about bullying on social media, you're a disgusting hypocrite. And you'll lose some followers for that. That's just how it is. You know, and I'm not looking to lose followers. Is there a cooking video coming down the tubes? Good question. The answer is yes. As soon as I get my wands sold. As soon as I get my wand sold, yes. Oh, there it is. Little bugger was trying to escape. Tonight, smashing a whole bag of Doritos was pretty impressive. But then I stopped to catch your attention to talk to you about a serious thing for a minute. About my own actions as a person, and of course, society's reflection. As a man, am I willing to admit when I'm wrong? The answer is yes. I am. And I don't need alcohol to show me that I've done some wrong. All I can do is learn from my mistakes and try to be a better person. This wand should be done drying soon enough. I'm doing good, Seth. Thank you for asking. I'll catch your cool cobras on the flip side, Joe.